Canada Day edition of the Daily Rundown. Welcome to it. It's Friday, July 1st. Canada is celebrating its 155th birthday today. How we doing? How we looking for 155? Pretty good, I'd say. Today kicks off the busiest part of travel season here in this country. And there's a lot of stories popping up everywhere. Things not good. If you're trying to get a passport over the past couple months, you're hearing things come from the passport offices where people are waiting in line starting at about 2 and 3 in the morning, camping out with lawn chairs just to try and get in to get their passport application started. I read something the other day. It's so bad. The government is now buying lawn chairs for people to sit outside and wait in line to get in the queue so they can get into the passport office. One of the things that, and if this affects you, check on the site of where you're going to go. About 3 weeks ago, they added the wait times of what it would take. I know here in Calgary at the Harry Hayes building, if you're checking online, it's about 4 to 5 hours from the time that you'd get there. Now, with a lot of people trying to fly, people have been locked down for the past couple of years. The airlines are incredibly busy. And over the past few days, Air Canada and WestJet has come out and said, hey, you know what? We get it. Everybody wants to go. We're not there yet staff-wise. There's a lot going on. And they've canceled a lot of flights, about 15% of the flights in July and August. So this is causing problems for a lot of people. Now, especially now, if you are a mom and a dad and you've got the big summer vacay planned and the kids are excited, and then next thing you know is you get that email to be like, yeah, your flight's canceled. It's tough. If you can get through on the phones, good on you, because if you're getting on there, you're waiting on hold for usually a couple of hours. This pic right here, I think this is Pearson Airport in Toronto. This is the luggage area there. Wow. And that's just one of the many that you see pop up online, which would, and I know not everybody can do this, but if you have ever flown with just carry-on, it's very liberating. It's a big step because now if you're one of those people that likes to bring everything you own with you on vacation in a suitcase, it's really hard to whittle it down into that tiny suitcase, maybe 1 or 2 outfits, the small toiletry bag so you don't get anything nabbed at security. But it's the best feeling ever when the plane lands, and if you're able to get off the plane right away, you reach up into the overhead, you walk off, you're done. You're not waiting at baggage. Now before, 15 to 20 minutes of the baggage claim was normal, where now it's up to half hour, sometimes 2 hours to try and get your bags. I remember doing this in Seattle. We went to see a concert there at the football stadium. Just grab your bags right off on the train downtown to the hotel. It was fantastic. You see a lot of people, especially if they're professional travelers for business, never check a bag, always carry on. And they're like ninjas knowing how to pack things. All right, with it being Canada Day, there's some celebrity birthdays today. Jarome Iginla, 45. Hockey Hall of Famer, former Calgary Flame captain Jarome Iginla. He's 45. The one thing about Jarome, and I don't know if you're ever going to see a lot of guys like this come along anymore, he was the complete hockey player. Not only could he score goals, tough as nails, and a great leader. Some nights, and you'd see it happen, you're like, uh-oh, you shouldn't have done that. There were nights when Jarome was quiet, and then somebody would come along and poke the bear. And when you poked the bear woke up, and then Jarome Iginla, the bear, took over the hockey game. And how many times did he bail out the Flames just on his own with grit and determination? So he's 45. Pam Anderson is 55 today. Pam got discovered, if you don't know the story, at a BC Lions football game by somebody there scouting for, they were scouting a commercial. It was going to be a Labatt's beer commercial. Got scouted there and career took off. Pam loves being married. She's been married 5 times. Will there be 6? Who knows? But you've really got to be in love with getting married if you're going to do that 5 times. After the second one, do you tell people if you are inviting people to that, like, listen, we don't need any gifts. I've done this before. We're good. Speaking of Pam, one of her ex-boyfriends, rocker Bret Michaels, lead singer of Poison, scary scene in Nashville on Thursday night, had to be rushed from Nissan Stadium, taken to the hospital. Apparently, He had a bad reaction to some drugs that are mixed with his diabetes medication, and he wasn't able to perform. Now, on the big stadium tour, you get Joan Jett, you get Poison, you get Motley Crue, and you get Def Leppard. So Poison was about to go on. Brett's being taken away in an ambulance. The other three members go on stage saying, hey, we've had a medical emergency. We're really sorry. He's one of our brothers. We can't obviously perform without him. So they ended up not playing. It'd be interesting to see if, and on Saturday, they're in Jacksonville, if he will be ready to go by then. He's been hospitalized plenty of times because he loves performing so much. He will wear himself down to the point of, it takes a personal toll on him. Speaking of another one of, I guess this would have been boyfriend and ex-husband on this tour, I read, Tommy Lee, who started the tour with 5 broken ribs and I think a partially punctured lung, and he hasn't been able to play full shows. They've been getting Ozzy Osbourne's backup drummer to come in after about 4 or 5 songs. He was finally able to play a full show the other night. So now, if you are going, and they're coming here, it's going to be Labor Day in Edmonton to Commonwealth Stadium. Unless Tommy gets hurt again, he'll be pounding the skins back there. There's videos popping up all online everywhere, and they're hilarious. Can somebody please check on the Colorado Avalanche and make sure that they're okay? They won the Stanley Cup back on Sunday, and it looks like the team has been drunk ever since. Watch this video. Absolutely buckled. That guy, that's their tough guy, Curtis McDermott, drunk, falling over with the Stanley Cup. And you've got to think, if you're that Phil Pritchard guy, the guy that looks after the cup, like his stress level must be here at all times because, he's seen this a million times and a lot of people are living it for the first time and maybe the only time. Oh, it's funny. I think it was a bad omen when they went to take the team picture, like minutes after getting the cup awarded to him, and then they dropped it on the ice, and they dinted the poor thing. Should be a fun summer. Cale Makar, Calgarian, bringing the cup home. It'll be interesting to see what he does. Could you imagine if he showed up at like the Cowboys Stampede tent with the Stanley Cup and the mob scene that would create? Do you imagine how many people would want to do like shots out of there? Oh, man, that would be crazy. And it's funny. It's tense times for Flames fans right now. Free agency opens in 12 days. So on July 13th, NHL free agents have a chance to make their best deal, stick with their team, or go somewhere else. And a lot of people nervously waiting to hear what Johnny Hockey is going to do. Silence, to me, I think speaks volumes. If he was going to get a deal done with Calgary, they probably would have announced it. But hey, he's earned the right to hear what all these other teams want to do. But if you're asking me, at this stage, I think he's gone. 10 or 11 million bucks a year. Can the Flames afford it? No team has ever won the cup with a player that's made over $10 million. It's everybody like McKinnon and Landeskog and all those guys buying in to say, we'll take less so we can be a winner. All right, Canada Day edition of the Daily Rundown. If you want to follow us on the social channels, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, it's at Maz McFly.